Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Hello everybody, so excited to be with you every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on my favorite station, Home Time Radio. And every week I'm trying a different topic. Always I'm trying to help you handle your relationship with people, because it's very significant to have a good relationship with the people in your life, especially with your significant other. But tonight I said, let's talk about the art of emotional intimacy, how to grow closer to your partner. I see people getting so excited at the beginning in their relationship. There's great chemistry. They feel like everything is so perfect. And 1 year later, 5 years later, 8 years later, everything is a disaster. They don't like each other. They don't actually understand how it all happened, why they got married. They ended up by fighting and going in court, and kids have to suffer. And how in the name of God, we have this horrible divorce, and why did we got married? And questions like this go on and on and on. So most relationship, dies out as the years go by. In most relationship, this chemistry that exists at the beginning is just temporary. And this is very common, and it's not a good indication. The passion and compatibility that exist at the beginning should actually continue over time. So the question is, why is that all happening? If you find yourself in a relationship that turns dull and even uninteresting and boring, and if you want that relationship to become stronger again, if you want to enjoy better communication, if you want that relationship to survive the test of time, this is the show I want you to listen, because I will share with you, we will talk about steps that you need to take to build a deep sense of connection, that something that is called emotional intimacy with your significant other. And if you are single, it's important to listen to those secrets to attract the person who is your perfect match, or your ideal match, or your good match. So, and also want you to call in, because this is a calling show. And very well, you get your answers when you speak your questions. So Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life is a calling show. And the number to call in is 202-570-7057. And Christopher, my absolutely amazing producer, who I admire so much, he will connect you with me. And we will be able to communicate, and in this way you get your answers. And if we speak in life, if we express ourselves, we are most likely to get the answers that we've been looking for. Now it's summer, and most people are out and about, and those who are in a relationship, probably enjoy a romantic getaway. And those who are single are trying to attend social events, hoping to meet a great person. And love is always in the air in the warmth month, and there is nothing as exciting like to find a new and a wonderful person. Well, what about those of us who have been in a relationship for a while and want to rekindle, to reawaken the passion and the enthusiasm that we had once, but is no more present. Now, as I said, in most relationships, that kind of a connection, that chemistry dies. The desire that we have at the beginning should continue, but in majority of cases is not continuing. So if you find yourself in that relationship where the chemistry is completely dead, and you try very much to bring it up and you don't know what's wrong, let me explain to you. Chemistry brings two people together, but doesn't keep two people together. It's the emotional intimacy keeps two people together. So chemistry brings people together. Emotional intimacy is keeping them together. And I want to explain you in a minute what emotional intimacy is all about. Because that's the glue of any loving bond. You might be probably physically attracted to someone, but only when you engage your emotion, you really connect to that person. When emotional intimacy is missing, two partners can live together physically, but emotionally separated. So that's why we call emotional intimacy, which is way stronger than the physical intimacy. Because that's the one that grows, that's the one that helps, that's the one that helps you survive the test of time. So when you intimate with your partner at an emotional level, you feel his needs, you feel his fears, you feel his emotions, his desires, exactly like they are your own. You know what your partner needs before he even has a chance to ask. You forge that kind of a mental and spiritual connection that withstands all tests. So making an effort to keep up this connection will keep you together in time. So I'm going to give you my example. I'm going to be very personal. I met my husband a few days after I landed in America many, many years ago. So was it fate, coincidence, or pure luck? You name it. I think it was meant to be this way. So I think it was destined to be this way. I married my husband 3 weeks later, and we remained together for many years until he passed away. I realized what kept us together was sharing that ability to feel each other. We kept, that emotional intimacy in touch, untouched, and so powerful. He knew what I was doing before I even opened my mouth. That relationship had always that spark alive, and we became emotionally, connected all the time. But the reality is that overall, a lot of couples, if you look at people, they become immune to each other, and that's when you get bored with each other. Now, if we think from a medical standpoint of view, what happened is that scientifically speaking, dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter, it's a catecholamine in the brain, drops any moment do people spend too much time together. And the more the time goes by, as you spend more and more time, that hormone in the brain drops. And when it drops, excitement dies. The chemistry is not there anymore. So this is the medical explanation. So that's when you feel like you sort of disconnect physically from your partner. And if that's happening, then all of a sudden you look at each other like strangers. And you tend to go separate ways. More so, you tend to go and find somebody else, because you feel like your needs are not met anymore and you're looking for love somewhere else. So most couples, allow the excitement to fade. And as I said, they look somewhere else and believe that there's nothing to be done. But with the right action, partners can always reignite the romantic fire. They can rekindle the relationship, make it even better than the beginning. And I speak from my own experience, so I know for sure this can be done, and a relationship can grow better and better in time. Now, feelings of excitement can be brought back through new and through old activities. You push your partners and yourself out of the comfort zone. You start to go back to the beginning. You start to do things that you start to love doing at the very beginning of a relationship. You leave your phone at home and communicate throughout, different activities. So then you start a different way, to connect to each other. So there are no excuses not to keep that love alive. And I want to share a lot of secrets how to deepen and how to maintain that what is called emotional intimacy, that actually, as I said, is the glue and will make your relationship grow, get better, and survive the test of time. Now, the number to call in is 202-570-7057. I do have some people already. I have Julia, I have Lelani, and I also have Delaney. So you guys hold on the line. I'll be with you in a second. But I want to remind you, I have my book, Committed, Finding Love and Loyalty Through the 7 Archetypes, still available. I have my new book coming that is called Plus One. And it's actually called The Numerology of Relationship, and that's coming out very soon. And I'm writing a new book right now that I'm very excited, and I hope to finish it soon. So it's just one book that's coming, another one that I'm working on. So excited to work on a lot of projects. But as I said, Committed is a book I recommend at this point because it's still available. So if you want to find out your archetype, because it's important to know who you really are in a relationship, my book is the book I really want you to read. Committed, Finding Love and Loyalty Through the 7 Archetypes. You can find it everywhere books are sold. I'm going to go now to Lelani. Hi, my lovely Lelani. How are you, my dear?
Hi, Carmen. I was on mute. Hi.
How are you, my dear?
I'm good today. I'm hanging in there.
Good.
Yeah. I love your topic today, and I got married really young at age 23, and then 10 years later we were divorced. And
right.
I really believe that.
I want to tell you, how was it? Because at the beginning, you get so excited. Do you remember those moments of excitement when you're young?
Absolutely. He was a high school sweetheart, and I was 2 years younger. And then he went off to college, but we ended up getting back together. I really believe there was some type of karma there. And I do believe that we were meant to part ways as well, because I started on a different path. When I turned 30, I decided, I was curious about why am I here? What is this? I wanted to go deeper, and I feel like I needed to be alone to do that and really get to know who I was, because I kind of followed the cultural norm.
Well, that's another aspect, to discuss how, in a relationship you think you can find yourself. In other words, you walk away from a relationship because you want to find yourself.
Yes.
You feel like your relationship doesn't allow you to go deep within your own self and redefine yourself and rediscover yourself. Though, in my opinion, a relationship is a challenge, is a reflection of your personality traits. It's a reflection of, and it's a quest for finding your own true self. Now, probably that was your, at that point, that was your belief. You operated on a belief system that you needed to to go separate ways for your own soul evolution. Question is, what happened after that? So when you walked away from that relationship, were you alone for a period of time? Were you able to define yourself, or you felt lonely and kind of lost or kind of unfulfilled? What was the feeling and how long of a period of time you spend time on your own?
I actually went through a dark night of the soul and just I felt empty because the culture was teaching me get married, get a house, get a college degree, get the corporate job, and I got all that, but I was miserable inside. And then my dog died. So it was a dark night of the soul, but it really allowed me to dive into where I am today to study past life regression.
Have you ever thought that you made a mistake walking away from that man, or not really?
No, not at all. I'm so grateful
Not
I
at
did.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're very different people.
So
I don't
you
drink
never
alcohol.
felt like you made a mistake, or you never resolved the karma with him, or you never created that connection with him, or because it feels like it was it was something transitory, it was kind of superficial, was not something deep. You understand?
We do. I feel like we did resolve the karma. I did apologize. I mean, I left in an unhealthy way. I just kind of up and left. And we actually met with a counselor several times to, have our goodbyes. And I paid him for his part of the house, and I helped him sell his car. So I feel like I don't drink alcohol, and I don't want that lifestyle. He works at a country club, and he's in the country club world and likes to, drink on the weekends. So I really feel like my soul needed that and needed that pain for whatever reason to take me to my knees. So then I could start searching deeper for Reiki and healing modalities and past life regression and all of that. So I'm grateful for it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But at that time when you got married to him, it felt the right thing to do, no?
Yes, but I felt pretty young and naive, and the culture kind of pressures to get married, to fall in love, to get a man. So if I knew what I know today, I wouldn't get married, but I don't. So anyways.
Right.
I am grateful. And my biggest question is, so Carmen, I've been house sitting, and this woman I met synchronistically, she was planning to go to Mexico, and I was supposed to house sit until August 2nd. And yesterday she told me she's not going to Mexico, and basically I need to find a place to go. And with house sitting, you can't just find something the next day. You need, people to plan. So I'm in a precarious situation, and I don't know what to do. So that's where I'm at today.
So from what I understand, you kind of, in a way, forced to leave this place. Am I correct?
Yes, because she's not going to Mexico. It's a 1-bedroom apartment, and she goes and takes care of her grandchildren all day at her daughter's house, and she comes home exhausted. And I told her I need a couple days to figure things out. She said that's fine, but I can sense she wants her own space back. And so I was looking at Airbnb.
My sense is that you're gonna find another place that is a bigger space where you will share with 2 other women. It's like, imagine a house that has like 3 bedrooms, and everybody has a bedroom and you share a kitchen.
Temporarily?
Sorry?
Temporarily?
Yeah, I feel like you share something temporarily, but it's going to be good.
Okay.
Because
you know
it's
how
going
I
to be
find it?
a very nice house, actually. The 2 ladies are great, so you're going to have fun. It's almost like it's going to feel like you're finding two great friends.
Okay. How do I find it?
And the place is great. The backyard is spectacular. A lot of flowers, and it's just, the area is beautiful. Really pretty. Very pretty, actually. Very pretty.
Okay.
So I'm kind of excited about this for you. So it's something you seem to find in August. When do you need to leave? In the next 2-3 days?
Well, I want to leave tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So that's what's crazy, when it comes to living like this, that I need to live
Mhm.
tomorrow and you don't have another place. It's very hard. I mean, let's
Mhm.
be realistic. Very hard to find a place from today to tomorrow.
Yeah, but I've done it in the past. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
know you've done it. I know you've done it, but you know what? It creates a certain pattern of behavior in which you constantly need to move like this, and this is not fun at some point to constantly move
Mm.
like this. You're tired of
Mm.
this.
Yeah.
You're tired of being forced to move all the time. You want stability. There
Yeah.
comes a moment in which you really want to stay in the same place for a long period of time and you don't want to make moves anymore. Are you
Could
in
be.
that moment or no?
Carmen, it's interesting because I know I vibrate to the universe. I'm both. I love my freedom now. I can put
Right.
everything in my car and go. I just have a little bit of what
Okay.
I need and I can go. And I've been thinking about renting a place, and that will be a commitment
Mm-hmm.
for a year, high
Uh-huh.
rent, and pressure to make rent and bills monthly. And now I have such a
Right.
freedom. I'm
Right.
able to, not have that stress of making that high rent every month. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I love about this lifestyle. And I
Okay.
I
If
I
you
want to go to the hot springs next week and sit in just healing waters. I think that'll be good for my body.
So talking about archetype, there are archetype of people who have free spirits and they don't want to be attached to anything and anything and anyone.
Right.
And I can
Right.
see the free spirit in you because you didn't want to be attached to the man either. I can sense that you wanted to grow, you want to find yourself, and that will
Mhm.
explain that you're not really seriously involved with anybody either. So this has a lot
It's
to do
true.
with who you really are. This is your archetype. And if you are like
Okay.
that, then I don't need to tell you you need to settle down because you're not going to necessarily be very happy if you settle down. You're happy like this. This is who you are.
Hmm.
So, will that change in time? Is possible, but for now, you are a free spirit.
Hmm.
You express yourself as a free spirit. This is what makes sense in your case.
Because I did the other for so long, I guess since I was 23, paying bills and
Right.
mortgages and rent and working hard. And
Right.
I did it for most of my adult life. So,
I understand. I understand. But also the fact that you enjoy that makes sense.
mhm.
The
But you
fact that
really
you
feel like it's,
enjoy your freedom, that makes perfect sense.
I do enjoy my freedom. But I believe too, I could have anything. So I could probably have both if I did some
Oh,
more
no
work.
question.
And
Absolutely.
yeah,
There's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind.
I mean, if I could pay
The-
cash for a house one day and not, I could
yeah.
still
The
travel
day
and
will
you know what
come
I
when you will want to the day will come when you will want to settle down, without a doubt. Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that day will come. The day will come. You will get tired of running from one place to another. It's inevitable.
Okay.
When will that happen? We'll see, but the day will come.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking the bromelain and the curcumin or
Good,
whatever. Yes.
good.
So
Yeah,
I feel good
excellent.
about that.
Perfect.
All right, Carmen, I know
Okay,
you
my
need to
love.
go. Thank you so much.
Okay, I love you, sweetie. Thank you
Love you
for
too.
calling me. I'm going to take a short break and then I'm going to go to Julia, then to Lelani, and then to Pauline. So you guys hold on the line. I'll be with you.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. Om Times Radio. IOM FM.
Om Times Magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organisation, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. Om Times, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me The Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on Om Times Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
You came across someone struggling with hunger. How would you recognize them? Would you notice an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for summer break
because she may not be having lunch again until September?
Or a war veteran who's having a hard time landing a job
and getting back on his feet?
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And I'm back. We're talking. We have actually, in my opinion, a great topic tonight. So, what is the difference between chemistry and emotional intimacy? And I'm going to go to the calls. Hi, my lovely Julia. How are you, my dear?
Hello, dear Carmen. I'm fine. How are you doing? I saw you dancing today.
Yeah. Listen, Julia, did you like it?
Yeah, a lot. I mean,
dancing, singing, you release, you release that energy, you release the tension. It's so good for the mind, for the body, it's so good for your health.
I saw the positive energy.
Hormones, the good feel hormones. It's the endorphins are released in your body, and they are, a way to keep yourself young, to keep yourself in a good shape. So people who don't move anymore and they don't express themselves in this way, you see them getting more wrinkled. They have no stamina, no desire to do anything. They bored, they depressed. We cannot afford this. We have to be. You have to be alive. You have to do this. This is life. It's part of the beauty of life.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
What archetype are you, Julia? Do you know which archetype?
Yeah, yes, I know, Carmen. You told me, and I was listening to the other caller, and I'm just like her, a free spirit. My parents are telling me, "Aren't you tired to move from one place to another? You have no stability. You belong to nowhere.
Right.
Why are you like that?" They can understand me. They cannot.
Right.
So, but it is possible for a free spirit at some point that he can also attach to someone, maybe, or not at all.
With the free spirit pretends, a free spirit will always pretend that he wants to get married. The free spirit will pretend, no, I want to settle down. I want this beautiful house. I want all of this. But pretending is one thing and doing it is a different thing. So that's why a free spirit will always try to get involved, but when he comes very close, he will find the reason not to get seriously involved. And I've seen this in you. That's why I provoke you to this moment of truth. I provoke you. I provoke you to tell me, are you aware? I realize that you might be aware, but when you admit it, it's different, It's different.
Yeah, I admit it now.
When you say, yes, I am this, I acknowledge this, I'm aware of it, then you take different charge, then you have a different perception of things when you admit those things. So,
the reason I'm calling is like I got too close to someone, and now I feel like I wanted to run away. But my question is, when we are not dancing, when we are not expressing ourselves, when we have a lot of stress in our life, I got this person that I met from Turkey, and he is supposed to have tomorrow a surgery that is called, maybe it's called ventricular tachycardia ablation.
Yeah, I know that those surgeries very well. Yeah.
Yeah. His beatings of the heart are way too high, and he was recommended to do the surgery, but he doesn't feel like he should do it tomorrow. So I'm just calling you to, to look for some good news prior to the event, if you see that this is going well.
So usually this is done when the heart beats up to 190. Do you know how fast his heart goes?
Yeah, he said 290.
290?
Yes, yes.
Then he definitely needs the surgery, because what happens when the heart goes so fast, the heart can actually stop. So
Yes.
he can really die from it. So this is something you should not put it on hold. This needs to be done as soon as possible. Yeah.
I understand.
It's something
the best.
in the electrical system of the heart that can be corrected, and he will never have the problem again after this, and he will be fine. He should not put it on
I
hold.
just imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should do it
I just imagined with my stupid mind that maybe there are other methods like healing energy or something that could, heal.
This is not going to stop. No. When it's that severe, and usually when people go like this, they are put on beta blocker, atenolol, propranolol, but you end up by taking a huge dose of medication, which has severe side effects, and it knocks you out, and you need a higher dose, and you don't want to alter consciousness.
I understand.
Because and do all the side effects. It's better to go for the surgery. It's not that surgery is okay. It's an easy surgery.
Yeah, I know, but
So
me. I want to
think
choose
in
the
his
best day
case,
numerologically.
No, so tomorrow is July 26th. Now, am I right?
27.
27. Okay, let's see. 1 second. 27. Yeah, actually, it's a good day. The day is good. Yeah, the day is very good. Yeah. Tomorrow is way better than after tomorrow, for instance. Tomorrow will be a good day to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it.
It's very fast. It's not taking long. No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good to do it. He will be a different person.
Wow. Yeah, because he's young, and I think.
How young is he?
Okay. 29.
Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this needs to be done. Absolutely. Yeah.
And Carmen, one last question from my side. When the mind and the heart are not aligned, what I should understand, who is the liar? Is the mind or the heart? Or it's in many of the situations, it's like a big conflict.
The mind is distorting the truth because it's trying to make it more beautiful and more, the heart is, the mind is very logical, very straightforward. So it depends which way you want to go. Sometimes we want to be light. Sometimes when it comes to the affairs of the heart, we want to stay with whatever the heart makes us feel. It's not always the best, but it's a choice. It's a choice of your belief.
In the end.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, dear.
Okay, my beautiful.
For all your kind help. I love you. Bye-bye.
Love you more. Bye, my sweetheart. So I'm going to go to the Lenny. Hi, my love. How are you, my sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you, Carmen?
I love you. How's everything with you, beautiful?
I love you too, Carmen.
I love you more.
Everything is going good. I honestly wanted to talk about friendship, if that's okay. Because I feel like I have not been able to attract like friends that I feel are genuinely in my soul tribe. And like, I don't know, I kind of feel, just like unappreciated in the friend group I have had. So recently I've like kind of disconnected from them, and I just am looking for advice on how to find new genuine friends, to be honest.
Well, listen, if friends are not appreciative and they don't act in good faith and they're not there for you, those are not your friends. And you have nothing to regret to let them go and don't even look back. You know, good friends are there. Friends in need are friends indeed. So if they really, care about you, they will always be there for you, no matter what. But if you feel like they don't appreciate you, that is very sad. And then you should never look back. And there's a saying that it's a blessing when somebody comes into your life who's the right person, but it's also a blessing when somebody exits your life because he's not the right person. So there's a blessing either way. So if you let them go, it's a blessing. And it's a blessing to welcome somebody new who will treat you nice. That's what you need. You're such a sensitive, beautiful soul. You need somebody who vibrates at the same level of energy, somebody who will respect you, who will admire you, who will be genuinely there for you. You need to attract new people. That's how I feel. It's about time to cut the cord with the past and say, okay, I'm letting go of the past, and that chapter in the book of my life needs to go together with all the people who are part of that chapter. I don't bring them in my new chapter. My new chapter is a new beginning. I bring in new people. I'm a different person, and I need to project a different reality.
That is exactly in the state of mind I've been in. But I'm
Right.
wondering, when are new people going to manifest? Do you see that happening? Like, I know last time we talked, you said a new relationship will manifest.
I see that happening very quickly. I see that happening.
Okay. And
so I really see that happening very fast and very quickly.
Okay, and then also recently an ex of mine and I have like reconnected, and I'm wondering if I should go for it and continue to talk with him, or if I shouldn't, because someone new is supposed to be coming.
Well, for now, I think give him a chance to see how it's going, because there's no one else. But allow yourself to be receptive to anything else that the universe will show to you. So I'm not saying don't close the door to this person. Why should you close the door? Let the door be still open. Do you like this person?
I do. He's a great person. He just wasn't a great boyfriend to me.
Okay. Any particular reason why not?
Well, he cheated on me, and he didn't see my value at the time when we were dating.
Okay, well that is you're making a point, a very powerful point. So what is he saying now? He wants to come back and be different?
Yeah, it's like I'm moving. I am in the process of moving, and he offered to come help, and he's just been kind of lingering, trying to get back in, but I have not opened my heart up to him because of
Very
how
good.
hurtful.
He should know that he was wrong, and you're not gonna pretend like nothing happened. And it's you forget, but you cannot forgive. You forgive, but you cannot forget. You cannot forget exactly what has happened between you two. So he needs to understand that.
Okay.
But do you see a difference in his behavior? Do you see him trying very hard to change things towards you and act differently?
Honestly, yes, I do. I feel like he has changed, especially like in his way of thinking. He used to be very negative, and he's not negative anymore. He's very positive.
That's good. That's very good. What about his behavior directly towards you?
Yeah, directly towards me. It seems like he values me and wants me back.
Good. If you see that the man is trying to make a world of a difference, it's worth to give him a chance.
Okay.
Don't you think?
I do. I just wasn't sure if I should keep my options open.
I understand. But I suggest the same thing. Don't close the door, because in this way you allow him to fix some things, you allow him to try to heal you and heal himself. You need that healing. Probably you will also need it to open doors to something new, because if there's still pain somewhere, those are ways to block the energy of somebody new. You understand? So
Yeah,
let
I
the
do.
man still exist in your life and try to correct everything he did wrong for proper healing. And but have your mind and your eyes totally open for somebody else to come. But don't tell him anything. Let it
Right.
be the way it is and allow the universe to show you whatever you meant to experience, because it's going to happen exactly the way it's meant to happen. But all I can say is that you'll be very happy.
Okay, because I feel like as right now I'm entering, well, I'm not entering, I have been in a pretty dark place, like mentally.
Right, I agree. But no more. Don't be. Snap out of that dark place. I don't want to see you in that dark. You don't want to be in that dark place either.
Yeah.
You don't.
So
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that there's happiness coming.
Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate it,
Absolutely.
Carmen.
Big time. Big time. I love you. And feel free to call me more, my love. You know how much I care about you.
I do. I'll be in contact with you, Carmen. I appreciate it. For
Please,
real.
my beautiful. I love you, sweetheart.
I love you
And
too.
okay, my dear. I'm going to take a short break, guys, and I'll be with you, and I'll be with Pauline from New York, but I'm taking a short break. So, Pauline, hold on the line.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. Om Times Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
Hello, I'm Sandy Sedgbeer, host of Om Times Magazine's flagship radio show, What is Going On? My passion is sifting through information, research, and innovations from new thought teachers, speakers, and researchers pushing back the boundaries of what we know about life, energy, metaphysics, and the universe. I love shifting perceptions about who we are, why we're here, and how quickly impossible becomes normal when we open our minds, expand our awareness, and accept that the only limits that exist are those we place upon ourselves. So if you're the kind of forward-thinking, eager investigator of what lies beyond the current reality that most perceive, why not make a date to come play with me in the field of possibilities at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday, and together we can discover what's really going on.
If I could be you,
and you could be me,
for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
to get inside
each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
And I'm back on Home Time Radio with the topic of the art of emotional intimacy, how to grow closer to your partner. That was my theme tonight, and I didn't even have time to touch upon this theme enough as I was taking your calls. But I want to briefly, because I go to Pauline, just told you there are some secrets to reignite the spark in a relationship. There are some steps to deepen intimacy, to fuel passion. Like, for instance, sit together, visualize exercises to empower relationship, to reinforce your love. When you speak loving words to your partner, speaking them with conviction, make your partner understand that you really love him. Close your eyes and tell him how much he means to you, which we fail to do a lot. Pay attention to your body language. The emotion we experience manifests in through physical gesture. So pay attention if your partner rolls his eyes when he crosses his legs, when he places his hands and so on. Most movements are subconscious, but each one is purposeful. So make eye contacts when you speak with your partner. Avoid looking somewhere else. Look in his eyes. In such moment, you keep things, more effective. Your emotions are way more powerful if there's an eye contact. Also, engage in quality conversation. I think that's so essential. You don't need a million talk to heal a relationship. You need one transformative conversation. Quality surpasses quantity when it comes to communication. Hold dialogues in which you explore important topics. Ask questions to help your partner release his thoughts and make the conversation easy, not an interview. We tend to always be interviewing and being domineering. No, listen to his voice, to the choice of his words, to the hesitation. Make your partner feel that he's comfortable saying the things he has to say. Allow emotion to flow. Let your partner evolve with you. People should evolve together. Also, simplify matters. People tend to make things too complicated, way too complicated. Cleanse the bond of all toxicity. Declare your relationship. Declare from people who interfere, from harmful emotion, from harmful memories, from compromising habits. Maintain love as pure as water. Make it us against the world. The ego is the most destructive force in a relationship. It tears down the bond we have with our partner because it favors me and neglects the we. So for the sake of a relationship, let your pride guard down. Take nothing personally, even if your partner does something that's obviously wrong. Understand he might have his personal issues. Forgive. Focus on his strength. That's very significant. Take responsibility when you are wrong. Learn to listen, very significant. Keep external influencing. Remain in the present when you handle a relationship. Focus on what is wrong today. Don't bring the past. Resolve things together. And make your partner feel comfortable. Don't assume or blow things of the proportion, which we always do. And let me go to Pauline right now. Hi, my beautiful Pauline. Thank you for being such a wonderful person and always.
That was important. I'm glad you told us that before you let me on, because I'm listening to it because I want to have my renewed relationship, and we got to start from scratch. No, nothing. Even though I want to remember the past because I remember great things, I don't remember anything bad. But the other person wants me to let all that go because we're both 20-something years later. We're totally different people now. And he will remember the good stuff. I know it. I know I see the good stuff. And there is a lot of good from the past. And I'm still that same person. I'm still that pure soul that he met and that loved. And he loved me, and I know it. And hopefully, because he went through 22 years of hell, that he can remember that love someday when he's with me finally, like you said, look in my eyes, and stop holding on to something I did in the past that you needed to get rid of me, so you use that as an excuse to get rid of me. And that's what he threw at my face. And I'm like, even when he's nasty, I just point out, that's not nice. Well, I'll shift his thoughts. But I'm not trying to judge him. I'm just trying to shift it so he's in a positive place so that he can see things from another angle. And I'm a good friend. I've even said, and every once in a while I'll kid around. It's like, yeah, we're friends with benefits. And I'll just like wink, 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 because we were good at that too. But he does not want to use that as a reason to be together. I go, yes, I don't want that either. I'll be satisfied with having no sex with you. We've had that too. So it's not all about sex to me either. But it was just very interesting. I was listening to what you told the other girls, and it was funny. The one, that, you know what? When you were looking at the date, isn't it funny? It's Leo. We're in Leo season. That's the heart, right? Leo affects the heart.
Yeah.
And then even the moon is going to be in Leo tomorrow. On Wednesday. But depending on what part of the country he's in. And I thought that was funny. You told her, as soon as possible. That was exactly, even with astrology, it was like right on. And it wasn't the full moon, because according to Glynis, she says never have a surgery on a full moon, and it's the new moon, so that's not a problem. So it's funny. Anyhow, yes. So what the heck did I want to ask you? Yeah, I'm trying to. I guess I need to get that book. I keep saying I'm going to get it. I never get around to it. But I want you to sign the book for me. I want you to write something. I don't even want to go through the store because I'll never get a copy for you to sign. Can I buy it from your website, or do you sell it direct? So I can...
You don't have I didn't send you my book.
No, but why should you send me a book? I expect to pay for the book. I never got to see you when you had the book signing in the city one time, and I meant to do it, but I never got around to it. And so that's why I thought that was like, I missed my opportunity. But everybody now have books, and all people that I used to study with, and now I want your signature. I want you to write something in my book. And now they go, I'll send you a book, but I'll send later on. We'll meet for lunch or something, and I'll write in it. Or I said, well, just send me a sticker with your writing, and I'll stick it in the book. Because you never know how long people will be around. I don't know. I just don't want to lose my chance. No, that's not you, but I'm just saying that. It's so funny.
No, I would love to give you my book with the signature and everything, with all my...
Okay, great. I'll accept it. I usually don't like to receive, but I'm receiving. And I still have the beautiful bracelet you gifted me as well for one of the anniversaries you had. And I did not realize it was a feng shui bracelet you gave me.
Yeah, because those have certain meanings. I believe that those bracelets...
And it protects me. I notice when I wear it.
Prosperity, protection. So I believe in the symbols, in the symbolistic that we should wear.
It's funny, you gave me something, and I'm Chinese, I should know, but I should already have one, but I didn't. So you gave me the perfect bracelet.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Especially the feng shui part. I'm really into that.
Right. So just send me your address, my love. So
I was just curious if I could figure out. I thought since those girls figured out who they, but they have your book, so they know their archetype. I don't know mine at all, but I sort of feel
in the book, I define. That's why I think everybody should know their archetype. And should know their partner archetype, because when you know your archetype, you have a different understanding of your own action, and you almost like everything in your life starts to make different sense, and better sense. So
does it also? Because there's a book out there that says how you like to be loved, and I don't really. I've heard about that book. It sounded interesting, but I don't know if that's what is similar to what your archetype book is.
That is totally different. My book is. A psychological book. It takes and analyzes every single archetype that Carl Jung introduced in psychology. So it's pretty psychological, but it made it simple. It's not complicated, so everybody can get it.
And I sort of agree with psychology. The first woman that I forget her name. They all. You know what? A lot of the girls who call in are the same people that usually call in, and I feel like we're all your co-hosts. We all have something to share.
Yeah. You know what? I have a lot of ladies that I used to call, and they feel comfortable calling. So I know a lot of people listen to my show because I can see how many people listen, but people don't call. The same people got used to call, and they feel comfortable calling, and other people are...
Because we're examples. Everybody can relate to each one of us.
Right.
So they don't have to call in and embarrass themselves. We do it for them.
I love those who are calling me in. They're my favorite because they have courage to call and share. They have opinion, and they have questions. And they want to dig deeper. And it's just, to me, this is inspiring.
And the woman that said that she's not finding friends, now when she's losing these friends, it's because the other people that are coming are in the process of shifting themselves. So they'll be perfectly her tribe. When she meets them, they'll be in sync perfectly. That's what we're all in the middle of a process right now. So we can't have new friends yet. But when we start working together, we will. It will happen. It'll be like almost like the brothers and sisters you never had. So what, you don't have any fights with this one, and that's what I'm looking forward to, meeting my community, and it's like, it's going to be fun. And when we have our little gifts that we have, that we're going to be able to live together and have all these special gifts that we can read each other's minds, and we know how to, we'll work as a total community, and we won't have to speak either. And that'll be even fun.
Well, I'm planning to do a series of seminars on different topics, and I want to invite you. That's just you're the first one I'm talking about. So I'm going to do a series of seminars, and I want to create a community of people, coming to the seminars and sharing opinion and exactly doing what I'm doing on the radio with an interaction of people, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So
maybe we can meet each other, and who knows, we may end up with other.
Yeah, but I will do it. So we'll do it on Zoom, so we'll be able to see each other.
Yes, we'll be able to see each other, and a lot of us are embarrassed to show our faces, but I'm not anymore. Not with the right people.
No, we should never be embarrassed.
Before I know, because I was protecting myself. It had nothing to do with them being embarrassed. I just was trying to protect my energy. All right, thank you, honey. I'm glad I was the last one again. I like it.
Okay. Everybody listening, I'm Carmen Harra. Thank you for being with me on the radio. Thank you for listening. I'll be with you next week on Home Time Radio. God